Yeah. Hello, Wild Orchids. Thank you for joining me. Think I can't actually see myself in live. Yes, so this, narinig niyo ba ako? Wild Orchids, narinig mo ba ako? Let me know kung narinig niyo ako, please. Thank you. Ayun. This is actually a test live, but it's okay. Dahil may mga nag-encourage sa akin to go live na. So, ayun. Hi, Iris! There. Okay, so we will be doing a little bit of watercolor, but more of calligraphy. So we will be doing something like this sa table ko. Ayan. Of course, you are amazing. May nawawala ko isa. Ayun. Isang ginawa ko. Beach bomb. So there. Ayan. I know some of my friends will be still joining. Hello, Iris. Ayun. I have friends here na meet ko in watercolor and calligraphy, and watercolor group. And then, ayun nga, Wild Orchids, I met him from Coach Jared. Ayun. There you go. So let's wait for a few more people there. Right. Hello daw, Iris, sabi ni Wild Orchids. I know some of my friends will be joining. Okay, okay, okay. So I have some watercolor paper ready with me. I have this practice sheet. This is what I use for practices. All right. I have also some guidelines. Maybe ito naman yung gagawin ko next time for live or tutorial. Not sure, for quick tutorial na lang. Medyo matagal to gawin, but yun nga, if you like doing calligraphy or you would like to do calligraphy, I actually make this na simple. So I have a soft copy already. Soon I will be uploading my what do you call this? My class on Skillshare. So there. Ayun. So I have 3 people live. Ayun. And hopefully there would be others who will be joining. Ayun. All right. So I have here watercolor sketchbook. Ginawa ko to. Ayun. My own. And I'm going to make also tutorial on how to make this one. Tutorial na lang, hindi na live ha, kasi matagal gawin to. And also have this. This actually I made for a client. And so I made tulips as a request and a calendar with calligraphy. So lahat ng nandito actually handmade yan. It's watercolor. Even the calendar, ayun, handwritten to. Ayun. And also calligraphy for APR, short for April. All right. So I have first my watercolor sketchbook, and we are going to make background first. So if you're going to do watercolor backgrounds like this for calligraphy, ayun, you could cut it. I'm just using my sketchbook. Another thing that I'm going to use, by the way, is a very affordable plastic bag. So anything na merong kang plastic bag, yun. I like this better than what do you call this, cling wrap, or that Ziploc bag, kasi mas manageable to, and it can make really good effects. So that's what I did here, also here. So if you have questions, let me know. I will be using a brush pen also. This is platinum. This is very affordable brush pen. This is like 60 pesos or 69 pesos in National Bookstore. This is what I'm going to use for calligraphy. I use this a lot for teaching kasi ayun nga, it's cheap and afford, and it's good to use. It's a big brush. Also for my watercolor, I will be using my Mungyo professional watercolors, but if you have any other watercolor, you could use any of your watercolors. I have also ready 2 cups of clean water. One is for rinsing, that will be dirty afterwards, and one should be always clean. I am also using Kolinsky Sable brush. This is size 4. Ayun. And of course, some tissue paper. I have it ready with me. So I would be actually starting with watercolor first, then I will be doing calligraphy. So once watercolor is dry, then that is the time I'm going to add calligraphy on this. So you can have this replay. I will be saving the copy for replay so you can watch it later sa mga kadarating lang and sa mga darating pa. Okay, so how to do this is actually simple. So I opened my watercolor. Sorry. I am showing you my color wheel. So in the color wheel, we have some colors that we use. Of course, we are mostly using the primary colors, the blue, the red, and the yellow. But then I mix yellow and blue to make green, yellow and red to make orange, and blue and red to make violet. Then that's what we have here. Cool colors are this. Ito nas taas, the green, the blue, and the violet. Warm colors are the yellow, orange, and red. Okay, in mixing colors to make beautiful like this, we will be avoiding complementary colors, and those are colors that are opposite in the color wheel. So, for example, the blue and orange, the yellow and violet, and the green and red. So, avoid it. What you can do for mixing is you do asynchronous colors. Those are colors that are sitting, like three colors sitting beside the color wheel, like yellow, orange, and red. That's what I did. And here, you could do this also. Hello, make your wife busy. Thank you for joining. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So again, sitting beside each color, sitting beside the color wheel. So yung gagawin natin for asynchronous colors. If you forgot what are the asynchronous colors, what you need to do is to go back to the rainbow, colors of the rainbow. Kasi same thing din naman. So first we have the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, then there's indigo and the violet. Those are the same arrangement of the colors. Hello, Coach Jarrett. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to make watercolor background muna. And then once it's dry, while waiting for it to dry, I'm going to show you how to do calligraphy using the basic strokes. Then I am going to add the calligraphy, a word, do sa gagawin ko na background like this. So this would be the sample. Okay, can you suggest any word? Just one word lang na pwede natin na gawin or ilagay ko dun sa background. So I'm thinking if I am going to use warm colors, like colors of the sunset. Okay, so I'm preparing some orange. Ayun. Any word, positive word sana, please. Ayun, positive tayong lahat. We should always speak life and speak positive. So I hope we can make good word and good artwork with positive words. So mixing a dark orange, yellow, and I will add a little bit of scarlet. So red na lang. Ayan. This is actually rose madder. There. I have a 48 color set, but now it's 50. Okay. I added one from Shinhan PWC, that is sepia, and Daniel Smith, that is English red ochre. But this pencil is Mungyo Professional. This is 48 colors. Okay, so I have the colors ready. Yes, I am smiling and I'm happy. Smile. Smile yung gagawin nating word. Okay, sige. Let's do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will put the colors here in the plastic bag. Okay, so I'm getting the color orange first. I'm just going to scatter it. And just to remind you that it will be really messy. Ayan, meron ng a little mess sa harap ko. So there, just randomly, since these are asynchronous colors, it can make a really, really good background. Okay. There. So, sabi ni Wild Orchids, we can make smile. Okay. This is very simple. Watercolor background. Okay. So, I have the colors ready in here sa plastic. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it on my paper like this. It can be really messy. You can crumple the plastic to make good effects. Okay, cling wrap cannot do this. Well, cling wrap too much wrinkle naman. Ziploc, it doesn't make wrinkles like this. And then there. So if sputtling a bit, I'm just going to move the paint around. Okay, like this. All right. And I am going to make it dry. Okay, so I have this. And I am going to get my paper, my practice paper. So for those who are not yet doing calligraphy but would like to do calligraphy, I made this printable. So there, I made this guide sheet here lang. Actually, eto yon. And then I printed it out. So if someone asks me, I can send it to you, the soft copy of the guide sheets. Okay, because most of the guide sheets are actually small, but what if you're going to do a calligraphy that is bigger, that is big, diba? Or you can make a design, and small worksheets are not really, really helpful for that. Okay, so we're going to do calligraphy now. I am going to use a brush pen. So I have this guide sheet always at the behind of my first sheet. Okay, so you can do this with a pencil and then with a pen so that it will have a darker and it will see, you can see it through. All right, so for the calligraphy, you don't have to have a very good handwriting. My handwriting is really bad, but my calligraphy is good because I practice my basic strokes all the time. So for the basic strokes, we will be starting with a heavy downstroke. So I am using a brush pen. If you are going to use a brush pen for the first time, it will be a little shocking kasi sanay tayo sa pen or pencil that has a hard tip, but this is soft tip. So you can see, I can easily bend it there, right? So it's very soft. And if you're going to use this, you need to press a little heavy lang because too heavy, it will give you a very big or thick stroke like that. But we will avoid this. So with the right amount of heavy pressure is like this. So medyo control. So this is the downstroke. And when you do downstroke or when you do calligraphy, I mean is that it should be slow. If you write fast, slow down. Slow down lang. I admit I write fast. I write really fast. And only pharmacists can understand my handwriting. Totoo yun. Okay. So there. This is downstroke with a heavy pressure. You could do also slanted like this. Little slanted. Okay, you could also do um, curvy like this. It's like S. There you go. So this is our downstroke. Now let's go to upstroke. For upstroke, it should be only the tip of your brush touching your paper. So you need to really control your hand. Okay, so I'm going to start at the bottom. I make this really big so that you can see. Again, very slow. Very slow lang. Tip of your brush. If your line or your upstroke is getting thicker like this, it means you're pressing heavy on your brush. So control. Aside from this, you can make also slanted. I made the curvy slanted. You can make slant. For thin upstroke, you could use this to connect the letters. Ayun, pwede bang gamitin yung pinky as your guide? My pinky as guide? No. For watercolor, it's okay. Because when you do watercolor, you will use your pinky. But for calligraphy, no. It is better if you have the infinite guide like this. Okay. So next one is overturn. So overturn is you will need to do upstroke first and then curve and then press down with a heavy downstroke. By the way, I'm slanting my paper a bit. So again, thin upstroke and then curve and then press heavy. Okay, so there would be a curve here and transition going down there. So if you have brush pen, you can join me, you can practice with me. So again, this is overturn because it goes over and turn there. Okay, I'll do it again. Then upstroke and then curve and press heavy down. There. Overturn. Again, we have downstroke, thin upstrokes, and then overturn. Next, I will do opposite of this, it's underturn. So I will be starting with a thick downstroke, curve, and lift her pen. So it should look like this. So heavy downstroke, then slowly lift your pen and go up with thin upstroke. Okay, there. So your transition should be here. It is curvy here. Right. It actually took months for me to perfect this, like a perfect curve. Okay, I'll do it again. A heavy downstroke. And then slowly lift. There you go. All right, so have underturn. Next we are going to do is combine the two. We are going to have compound curve. So for compound curve, it should start here. It looks like N, but it's not. So I will start with a thin upstroke and then curve down with a heavy downstroke and then slowly lift your pen. So here you have two transitions. You have transition going heavy, transition going up. So here would be the points there. Next, I will do it again so that I can show you. And then curve down and then slowly lift. There. If you notice, I do not lift my pen. Okay. I do not lift my pen, just continuous lang on the stroke. Now, next stroke would be ovals. For the ovals, it should look like an oval. Okay, so if these are my lines, so ito yung first line ko, second line, and my third line. I will be starting here, the middle of the first two lines. All right, so it should look like this. but it will be going left and then down. Okay, so thin upstroke and then press heavy and then slowly lift your pen and then connect. There. So it should look like an oval. Kapag hindi yan naging oval, hindi ko alam kung anong ginawa nyo. So there should be two transitions. There at the top and at the bottom. All right. So next, I'll do it again to show you an oval. There you go. You can connect that. Okay. It looks easy, but pag ginagawa na, alam ko, medyo mahirap na to. All right. Next stroke is ascending loop. For ascending loop, we are going to start with a thin upstroke and then curve and press down. Okay, so it should look like this. It looks like P, pero hindi to letter P, okay? I had a student who wrote letter P talaga, but it's not. So there is curve here and transition to heavy downstroke there. I'll do it again. By the way, this ascending loop is used for tall letters like K, D, B, L, T, H, like that. Okay, so this is our ascending loop. The next stroke or the last stroke that we have is descending loop. Descending loops are used for tail, letters with tails like G, J, Y. Okay, so it's an opposite of this. So we'll start with a heavy downstroke and then slowly lift and then connect. I'll do it again. Heavy downstroke, then slowly lift and then connect. Okay, so there is transition here and a curve there. Okay, now we have the basic strokes. So how we are going to use this for doing a word. So we are going to combine these basic strokes to make words. Okay, so like for the word smile, okay, I am going to do smile. So like small s. Okay, small s. I will do a thin upstroke like that. I just made it curvy. And then heavy downstroke. And then lift my pen for a thin upstroke. Right? Remember, pag thin upstroke, it should be always, well, pag thin upstroke, it should always thin. Okay. Tip finger ko. Okay, ang hirap without using my pinky. I'm left-handed. Ah, okay. Oo nga, hindi ko alam kung paano pag left-handed. I'm sorry. Ayun. But there are calligraphers who are really good, even if they are if they are left-handed, and some other people talaga who writes very beautiful kahit wala pang calligraphy, pero left-handed sila. Okay, so now to do M, we will have a downstroke, so it should be thick, and then for the M, I am going to use three strokes. First one is a downstroke. Next one is this overturn. Okay, so I will do an overturn. Next stroke is compound curve. Compound curve so that you have already an exit line and transition for the letter I, like that. Okay. Next is underturn. Underturn because you have the letter I there and you have an exit line already so that you can connect this thin line to the next letter. Okay, so I will put a dot here. Now, for the L, I will be doing this stroke, ascending loop, but I will combine it with underturn for exit line. Okay, remember to have an exit line because it will help you to connect the letters to the next one. Okay, so I have it there. And then, so this is ascending loop and then underturn. Now I will have another ascending loop, small lang. Okay, it should look like this. There you go. So we have a smile. All right. If I'm going to write this, doing my handwriting, okay, I'm going to show you my shameful handwriting. Okay, like that. Smile. Pero, if you do calligraphy, even if you do not write beautifully, but you know the basic strokes, you can do this. Okay, so in connecting letters, by the way, or connecting letters, yeah, you should always take note of the spacing, like spacing of each letters. It should not be too wide and should not be too narrow. So I'm going to write it again. Okay, again, I'll start with thin upstroke and then curvy downstroke and then thin upstroke there. And then heavy downstroke, overturn, then compound curve. Next, I have an underturn. Next, I have ascending loop. And this is with underturn and then another one. Pero maliit lang. There. Smile. Okay. I'm just going to check if dry na ba yung watercolor background natin. Yeah, it's dry. Okay. There. So I have this. You made it look easy. Yes, it's easy. It's easy for me because I'm doing calligraphy for 5 years. Proper calligraphy, but since bata pa lang kasi ako, I'm doing calligraphy na. Okay, so I have this background and we're going to put smile. Since this is orange, I do not, yeah, so there's the yellow, the orange, and the reds there, but most of it, since like halo-halo yung yellow and red, it became more of orange, but it's fine. For this, I won't be using the violet, right? It may look weird. I will be using a black brush pen. This is Pentel Fuge Touch or Pentel Touch Sign Pen. It has a lot of different names. This is a very good pen for everyone. Kung beginner ka or even some people who are already expert, they are using also this pen. This is a small brush. If you are small writer, use a small brush. Big pens for big writers. Okay, so I'm going to write here. Okay. What I do actually kapag I'm doing calligraphy, I have a guide sa somewhere. Okay. Like here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, since watercolor paper is thicker, what I do is, like on what I did in some project, I put it there and then make sure lang na pantay on that. So that's what I do. But if you have, I don't know what to do. Actually, kapag ganun, so I make sure lang na pantay. Okay, let's see if we can do this. But if it's not, it's okay. I'm going to write the word smile here. Okay, so I'm going to do smile for the third time. Okay, I'll make a thin upstroke there, and then thick and lift. There you go. So you know the strokes already. If you are doing calligraphy, you will stop on every stroke. You won't do the word right away. So you have to lift your pen. Parang gusto ko mag-DIY at try ito. Yes, why not? Especially with these backgrounds for the kids, they will enjoy it. There. Mikaela Rowan, hi po. Hello, Mikaela. Ayun. There you go. So I have smile there. So you can do this very simple watercolor background and with calligraphy. There you go. So if you're going to give like a short note or a small note lang, you can do this. All right. By the way, patapos na ako. Sorry, Mikaela. Ayun, but you can watch the replay na lang. And this is my first live. Thank you for joining me. And I hope that I made you smile today. And I hope you learned something from watercolor to calligraphy. And I'll see you next time. And for my, I will be uploading a lot of videos. Actually, I have pending uploads with review of this brush cleaner and preserver. And I will also let me know if you would like me to see how to do a watercolor sketchbook like this. So this is a watercolor sketchbook. I did this on my own there. So it is a good way to, you know, save paper and not wasting some paper. So this is my project today. I hope you like it. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Thank you then, Wild Orchids. Thank you, Coach Garrett. Thank you. Make your wife busy, Michaela. And sino pa ba nandito? Si Iris. Thank you. Bye.